I've never walked through a park or a street in my life like in Cranhill where people stop and talk to you. Everyone knows who you are, they know where you work, they know what you do, and they feel like friends. You're not just there for one thing they come to, maybe it's an art class or maybe it's a lunch club. They come to everything, they get involved in everything, they see the importance of collective action, and they help each other out, which is really important. When it comes to the stigmatising nature of poverty and social isolation, people talk about it here, they don't hide it away.
This has given them, a really great free activity, and you're doing nutritional food at the same time. For the children, it's a really positive experience.
Everybody has the same breakfast, everybody has the same lunch, and there's no stigma attached to it. It's not that something that you can afford or you can't afford. Everybody just comes along because it's something that they fancy doing.
It's completely across the board. There's no, well, he can't get it because he earns X amount, she can get it because she's not working. It's just, it makes everybody feel equal.
Sometimes I feel as if we don't get listened to. So with the PB, it's a good chance for the parents to actually say, well, this is what we need, this is what we want today with this money, so let us do it.
They were like, a wee bit frightened with the whole funding thing as soon as you put in a form down, but once we done it and then we got the money and we came first as well, they were absolutely buzzing. So, aye, great.
There's 6 different groups of received funding, and there's going to be something happening in Cranhill every single day over the summer for the children, and that's never happened before, but that's because people have found their voice.
Once a person takes ownership and responsibility for what's happening, then that starts a whole process, and then they encourage other people, and before you know it, they're all working together.
It was quite a nice process to see the confidence building of people, because they just came in thinking, I'm not worthy enough almost to come up with a project idea that would get funded, because it's a large amount of money compared to what we did last year, so people didn't think they could do this. But they all did it, every single one of them. Your Voice, Your Choice is a participatory budgeting or community budgeting project that was funded by Community Choices in partnership with Parents and Familiy Scotland and Cranhill Development Trust, where £24,000 would be allocated to the parents and family groups within Cranhill to come up with ideas and initiatives that would address the research done on holiday hunger in Scotland.
There's a big issue across Glasgow and Scotland really for kids that were receiving free school meals over the summer. Obviously they don't get access to that, and a lot of them basically when they go back to school, teachers can notice a wee bit of malnutrition. The kids aren't concentrating as much because of a lack of nutrition and just not getting the food that they were used to.
I suppose essentially it's to feed children over the summer holidays and to take the pressure off that extra cost for families of food over the summer holidays. Really we want children and families to have good memories of summer holidays and to take the pressure financially off them a bit if we can do that.
We had several development sessions where we invited everyone, the doors were open, to come and give their ideas. And it was really challenging at first because people were like, I don't have an idea. I don't know what we could do in the summer or how we could solve this. But then through conversations and showing them films and kind of relaying the information and research, people were seeing the emotional impact of it and were quite devastated by the research. So they were like, well, what is a big cost in Cranhill? And people just would throw in a random thought, and that became applications.
We done some workshops with the 2 primary schools in Cranhill. We spoke to the children, we got their ideas, and we were able to pass that information on to the parents. What was an issue for them during the holidays? What would be important to them? What kind of things they would like to see?
We've tried to really engage with the process of PB to make it child-friendly and fun and easy to do. So we've got bouncy castles and soft play, barbecues, cakes, popcorn machines, face painting. And we went round all the schools and nurseries and handed out posters and told all the kids about what fun we're going to have and made sure everyone knew about it.
It was a market stall sort of event. So there was tables set about the room, and all the groups had to pitch their ideas, had it all laid out on a table. There was bunting and wee cakes on offer, but you had to go around every single stall and you weren't allowed to vote. You had a wee passport, that was the unique thing as well. You come in, you got a passport, and every table you visited, there's a wee stamp put on it. And you weren't allowed to vote until your passport was stamped completely. And you only had 3 votes. So everyone that came along had 3 votes. And there was no priority, so you just put your 3 votes into the jars for each of the groups. So it was quite unique, but it allowed all the participants to come up with different ideas of selling their project. So you might have a great idea and you know it, and anyone that knows you will know it's a great idea, but you've got to learn how to market that as well. So that was a great learning experience.
It was really great to watch them actually cast their votes and see them thinking about it, holding the little tokens over the tins and really thinking, okay, I'll be doing this one, I can go to this one, and I like drama, so I'll be doing that. So that was really good.
First place with 89 votes was the Cranhill Development by F.A.R.E.
Really nice to see everyone talking and bonding over it and thinking this is for the whole community, and I kept hearing people say that this is for the kids, this is all for the kids, we make sure this happens for them, it's not about us, it's about them.
So that means everything is happening.
I know it's not a lot of money to get into the soft play here, it's only £1, but if you think a single parent on benefits with maybe 4 or 5 kids, that's like a £5, maybe 3 times a week, and maybe that £5 3 times a week could go on like bread and milk or nappies for the baby or something. I just thought over the summer for the soft play, if you could get the money, the soft play could be free for all kids.
I like the soft play because we get to slide in the chutes and go in the ball pit, and we get to go on the spinny thing.
But like the wee roundabout, hasn't a roundabout, but
and we spin around it.
They're going to have like the water provided, the fruit provided. The soft play is going to be free for them, so they can come in and go as they please.
It's been absolutely brilliant. It's been available free all summer, so it has. As I say, the kids have been having a ball on it, playing different games and hide and seek and everything in it. And sometimes I've got to go in and find them right enough, which is quite funny, isn't it?
I think the project will run quite smoothly because if parents are seeing that the soft play is free, then they're going to come in and use it.
It was about actually making theatre accessible for folk. It's like you start those seeds of thought or spark a seed of imagination and you don't know where it's going to grow to. It's also very good taking something that's kind of considered respectable, I suppose, with Shakespeare, and doing a child's version of that play, because the play's so exciting and it's so like an adventure, but it's also kind of quite Harry Potter-esque as well. And you can hear it in your head and your forehead and your eyebrows.
Start off every day, the kids do a warm-up, and some do find it embarrassing, some find it funny, but it does bring them out their shell and it makes them ready for the next part, which is practising your Macbeth.
Practising the actual play. And then you've got Robin up there doing all the painting and the prop work, so that's good as well.
Everybody comes in and has their breakfast together, so quite often maybe children have breakfast but their parents don't have time, so it's a really nice way to start the day socially, and the fact that they've been fed in the morning. Nice.
It's been great in terms of keeping the kids busy. It gives the kids a purpose during the summer holidays. They're not just fighting to get them out of their beds or fighting to get them motivated. The kids are actually coming in and saying, right, we're going to Ram Club, right, we're going to football club. I've had that from quite a few parents. They're really enjoying the fact that there's a purpose through the summer. They've got stuff to do and keep them occupied.
Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player who struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard of no more. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
It's really full on days. The parents were saying the kids go home kind of excited but tired as well, because they've been really very active, using their imagination and having lots of different types of activities. So yeah, we've really enjoyed ourselves.
This is the best bit, definitely. The parents are finally seeing what they put all the hard work into, and you can see them being empowered by it, and they've got so much confidence. I've literally heard parents saying they feel like they could take on anything at this point. They've taken what we helped them start and they've ran with it. So every time I drop in, they've got new things going on, they've had new fresh ideas, they've started partnerships with each other, they're all talking and exchanging ideas and contacting supermarkets for extra food for families to take home, for example, organising trips or thinking about what they're going to do in October holidays. So it's really nice to see that, and some of them have taken up volunteering opportunities when their kids go back to school that will reflect on what they've been doing this summer.
we're looking at three things: making the kids healthier through nutritional advice, making them fitter through increasing and focusing their avenues of physical activity, and importantly, when you get that balance correct, what we want to do is make them happier because they achieve goals and they set targets and they can combine all that together with a healthier lifestyle.
It's not just for kids, it's for the parents to come as well, and then it'll give them all a good way of spending the summer with their kids as well, because I know in this programme that the parents have to come with the kids, so it'll give them a bit of family time as well.
They get a whole tour of the supermarket, from the checkouts to the aisles to the stores to the freezers to the fridges. We give them secret missions and they go away throughout the store and they hunt for foods that we call our friendly foods, and that puts the theory into practice, and the kids love it. They must do a minimum of 5 hours on it, but very often during this programme they'll do a lot more. And at the end of that, we'll give them an accredited award.
Having programmes like this running, it means the kids can get out and still have food and get fitness.
I've learnt some shocks to what I used to give my kids. So I did. My kids have been quite fussy eaters, so they've kind of tried new things and enjoyed it, to be fair.
We're trying to open up rather than close down their avenues for the future, and importantly, open up those to fruit and veg, which are healthy and healthier options.
For me, this is a perfect place for PB to start because they've got great things going on, but yeah, there's things missing. There's always things missing. And no matter what you put on, someone's always going to complain, well, no, I don't like that. I want something else. That's fine. We'll stand up. You come out here, tell us what you want. And that's exactly what they did for PB.
It's going to provide activity through the summer, just for the families in Cranhill. Sometimes there's not very much to do in the 6 weeks off.
It's harder for bigger families to provide, so if they know they're going to get their lunch as well, that's quite a good thing. They can come along and get something healthy to eat.
They don't need to budget every day what they're going to spend.
Mm-hmm. We did actually ask the kids as well. We put out a wee questionnaire for them to have a discussion and give their ideas on what they would like to be happening. So I think if it's coming from the horse's mouth.
I think it's been going brilliant.
Yeah, we've had quite a positive time so far. We've been quite busy.
Meeting all different people that I've never met before.
Mm-hmm.
Meeting everybody's parents.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just for
not even
Cranhill Primary,
no,
it's all over. You've got the dance camp and they're in the morning and then they have their lunch and then they can go back in the afternoon.
We've got football coaches on the pitch. Again, same idea. The kids can come and go if they get tired. They can come in, but they've been doing their football training and then getting their lunch and then going back out, as well as everything crammed in the hall, which is quite a lot of stuff. Today we've got a bouncy castle.
It's good because when you don't have time or don't have much money, you can take children for some activities like dancing or art or football for my boys, so it's good.
It's been a good experience. I was very nervous.
She didn't know what to expect.
No.
It was my first time ever
I think
doing
for
a big project.
a pilot project, it's been incredibly, from our point of view, very successful, and I hope we get the opportunity to do it again.
Yeah. It's very challenging. It's a very different way of working for organisations, but it really can change the relationship that you have with local communities, and giving people a voice and a say in how money is spent within their community. So I would definitely encourage people to do it and to think about how it can be done really well.
Family Matters is about supporting families with everything in the community, in their life, empowering them to do a lot of things themselves, to de-stress them, to encourage interaction and improve family life.
There's nothing worse than feeling isolated, so when they come here we try and build their confidence up to get them into doing all the activities and the food and chatting, so they're not lonely.
We have a good cross-section of the community, people that have stayed here for a long time and people that are just new to the community.
We get a lot of asylum seekers coming, so it's a great way of introducing them into the community.
Some people before they came didn't really have any friends, but as they kept coming, they were getting more friends.
We take it in turns for everybody to cook, so that some of the Chinese families are preparing food for us, and in between times we've got activities for everybody to do.
It's like a wee community because once the food and everything's set out, we all sit at the tables as a big group, like a big family, and share all the different types of food. So it's a brilliant experience for everybody.
It's the first time we've had funding from the PE project, and it's helped us around the cost of lunches and with a few other things. People have started working better together and thinking about what we're spending and what we're doing.
F.A.R.E is an organisation that basically helps a variety of people from age 5, cradle to grave type thing. They work in loads of high schools, primary schools, work in the local neighbourhood. They run P1 to 4 clubs, P1 to 5 clubs, teenage clubs, senior citizens clubs. We're basically giving out a fresh roll that's been made up and a bottle of water and a piece of fruit. And Jackie, who works alongside me, she is preparing all the flat pack meals, and 200 of them are going to be given out free as well. Hopefully we'll get a few people signed up to various groups and stuff that are going on. You know, like there's a lot of the young people that are here just now that I work with in Cranhill on a Friday night that come to the youth club, so I know quite a lot of the people there anyway. But if there's people that come up to the stall and say, well, you know, what's flat pack meals and stuff, I can say to them, if you're part of St Maria Goretti on a Wednesday, they can come and join our group as well, because we're looking for new people to come. If people are bringing along 2, 3, 4 kids at a time and they're spending maybe £5 each on different rides and, you know, sweets and lunches and all that kind of stuff, whereas we've got a meal basically provided for the whole family free, and it's a healthy option as well. Everybody that's come to the gala day today will get a free lunch, so if it wasn't for that, the local community would be out of pocket quite a lot of money.
Cranhill has its own special, unique characteristics like anywhere, but I definitely believe that the community should have the answers to the questions, and they showed us that through the process. They were the best ones to ask what the place needed and what their children needed. Not everyone had answers, they just wanted to help, and sometimes that was enough just to put in the work. And it's exciting to see how they've taken that and changed it from previous PB projects, and it will be a refreshing kind of path forward next year when they take up what they're going to do again, because this is something they want to do again.
School holiday hunger, you know, as a subject isn't going to go away. You know, the fact that child poverty rates are on the increase, if anything really, that issue isn't going to go away for people. So if these projects are able to continue, and if it's through participatory budget, I'm sure it would be even more successful.
I think you've got to have the talk and get out there and speak to people, and as a community, get people together and get it started up. It's absolutely fantastic.
I think you need to start off somewhere and building it up. It's just about building it step by step, and then hopefully that it continues into better and brighter stuff next year and the years to come.
I think it's a great opportunity for us to be able to do this. So thank you very much.
We've been really grateful for receiving the funding, because obviously everybody that's come to the gala day today will get a free lunch. So if it wasn't for that, the local community would be out of pocket quite a lot of money. So it's been great. We've been really, really grateful for it.
You know, we'll always find a way to spend money if we know it's there. So thanks.
Thanks.
Give us more.